A group known as the Niger Delta Coalition Against Violence is calling on the federal government to declare a state of emergency in the environment in the Niger Delta. The group laments the failure of government to respond adequately to issues bordering on pollution in the region, particularly in Rivers State. Uche Okoro tells us more.
The UNEP report on Ogoniland is still generating controversy 7 years after the report was released and more than 2 years after its implementation was flagged off. But beyond the Ogoni area of Rivers State, this group of activists point out that the entire Niger Delta continues to suffer from many forms of environmental pollution. They are demanding for a state of emergency on the environment to compel government action towards environmental protection and remediation.
Whatever the Ogonis are going through is not peculiar to the Ogoni. It's something common everywhere in the Niger Delta. And that's why I want to use this opportunity to call on the federal government to declare the Niger Delta as an emergency zone that requires the attention of the Federal Ministry of Environment. The process of cleanup in Ogoni has been very slow. And if it continues at this pace, I don't see any hope for the rest of the Niger Delta. We've seen that even the plastic pollution is the product of the hydrocarbon as a result of oil exploration activities that is ongoing in the region. And I feel that government needs to be more committed, more sincere, give all that is necessary to a region that have given its all to the nation.
The Niger Delta Coalition Against Violence is also worried about what it describes as failure of the National Assembly to protect the interests of oil-rich Niger Delta.
There is a bill currently before the National Assembly. That executive bill seeks to give control and ownership of riverbanks to the federal government. That bill will make the Niger Deltans to lose more than they have lost over the years. We've been crying about the Evil Land Use Act. That draconian decree is still in place. We've not done anything reasonable to repeal it. And now our source of livelihood is being threatened. I want to call on the National Assembly to reconsider that bill, review it critically with a view of protecting the lives of Niger Deltans.
The group also raised fresh alarm over plots by some individuals to trigger fresh military action in the Niger Delta, saying such moves will only threaten the fragile peace currently being experienced in the region. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Port Harcourt.